What's up, everyone? Mikey here.
And the other half.
Lauren. You gotta say your name.
Well, I like the other half.
Um, we thought of some questions about interabled relationship. Um,
Well, we were originally going to do like a boyfriend tag, girlfriend tag kind of thing. Like if you go on YouTube and you look up like, oh, boyfriend tag, girlfriend tag, like those are generic questions. Like where did we meet? What's our favorite date to do? But
yeah.
I think when you try to incorporate those set of questions into two people that are in an interabled relationship, it's different. Like,
It's cool, but I kind of want to aim it to the handicap um, side of it.
yeah, like something that's more inclusive to the interabled dating community and people who it's not as simple as okay, let's go here and there and you can go just without a second thought. But
before
yeah,
we do that, we gotta get something out of the explain to everyone what the fuck am I wearing.
you are wearing a Jack Skellington onesie, an adult onesie, complete with a hood, which you can purchase at Target for about $27. And I have my own pair, but I'm not wearing it today. I don't know why I'm not wearing it today.
It does take two people to put the fucking thing on. So, okay, cat out of the box. Now we're gonna focus on the questions. And I wrote down 5 questions. And we're gonna go over them. Try not to spend too much time because I try to knock down sometimes on my videos. My videos are like way too long.
These are just 5 pretty basic questions, but if anyone else has any questions, like any kind of different, like specific questions, you can leave a comment or something like that, and we'll just write them down.
Yeah, do another video. So the first one is how long have we been together?
So we've been together for a year and a couple months.
2 months.
A year and 2 months. We met in July of 2018. And we started talking in mid-July of 2018, officially met later in July of 2018, and took it slow and see how it would progress. Yeah. Officially became a couple on August 24th.
I kind of wanted to take it slow because I was already, I was in, I'm trying to explain it the best I can. I was in a relationship like 4 months ago on that date. So I kind of wanted to take it slow. I didn't trust anyone.
Well, I think that's a whole separate video in itself, though. Like, where did we come from before meeting each other?
Yeah.
I think that would be a video. Because we came from bad spots before we met each other. Yeah. And I think those are, like, worth their own videos in their entirety. So we could...
For sure.
Yeah. But to make a really long story short, where we came from before we met versus like where we are now, it's like we're 2 different people now. Yeah. Like I'm not the same person I was a year ago, when we met.
Do you think you would have gotten to this point if it wasn't for me?
No. No. I would have been going down
Vice versa.
a very different path. I don't know, actually, where I would have gone. And that's the thing, though. I don't think either one of us were really looking for a relationship at the time that we met.
I love you. But, you know why?
What?
You know why I invited you over that night? So, what's the second one?
What were Lauren's thoughts on interabled dating? Well, I think I've said this before. You didn't tell me that you were in a wheelchair when we first started talking. And
It was on a website that I barely use, so.
Yeah, but you didn't advertise on there that you were disabled. And so I didn't know, and none of the pictures that you had up kind of indicated that. So I didn't know. And then when you told me, I think it was like, what, a week later? A couple weeks later? I honestly don't remember.
Nah, I wouldn't wait that long.
Maybe a few days.
It would have been the next. Not even the next day. I would have told you.
No, it was a couple days, I think. It was a bit.
I don't hide that.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it was a bit, and not like a lot, but I'd say maybe a couple days. I honestly can't remember. But he just said, "Hey," and we hadn't talked on the phone yet either, so we were texting. So I hadn't heard his voice, and I mean, you know how his voice sounds. I didn't know what it sounded like, and so I didn't have any indications up until that point. And when he told me, my initial reaction, it wasn't shock. It was just surprise. Like, I didn't.
But before you met me, what were your thoughts on like handicapped people or able people dating disabled people?
Well, I think
Were you against it, or were you?
I think I had the same kind of starter pack knowledge that a lot of, or most able-bodied people have when it comes to interracial relationships, and it's that we don't know a whole lot about it. We don't know
There's a lot of questions.
that it's this huge community and spectrum of relationships and varying forms of disability, that you can't put it in a box.
And I would say this: if you're disabled and you are getting into the field of dating, you shouldn't feel ashamed about it, and you should also be very open to questions. Maybe not off of the start, but you know.
And that was one of my fears. I was afraid that I would ask the wrong question, or I wouldn't ask it the right way. Like, I think one of my first questions was, what happened? You know, like, I think I said something like, is it okay if I ask, what happened?
Yeah.
And I think my first indication was maybe an accident, car accident, which again,
That's like the
basic like starter pack knowledge.
That's like the normal thing that people think, like, oh, car accident.
Yeah.
They never think of, brain and virus in the brain.
Brain trauma.
I don't have brain trauma. Only in algebra. That's all. But
No, you have a virus, and
yeah.
I think a lot of people sometimes miss that.
They always think that.
some people miss that part of CP too. Like when a lot of people think of CP, they think birth injury, which yes, that's
They kind of determine it by like the age. If it's under two, cerebral palsy, but above two,
well, you weren't thriving.
yeah. And I was I was out of it, but that's like
That's a whole.
going off.
We could do a whole video on his infancy and childhood, which maybe we will.
Which we are going to.
His infancy and things that led up to the diagnosis, which is still sort of unclear to this day.
Yeah.
But we could do a whole video on that.
This is a good one.
What is the hardest thing about our relationship?
Putting up with me. Putting up with me and my guns. My gun ideology.
No, like for real though. Like I maybe like how other people perceive us, like from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
Like and this is totally kind of Hannah and Shane, Squirmy and Grubs ask, but a lot of people think I'm his nurse. But inadvertently, sometimes we go out and I'm wearing my scrubs because I'm a caregiver. So if we're going somewhere and I just got off work and I'm still wearing my scrubs, I don't feel like changing. So people, it's a little funny. Sometimes when we're walking around in the store and people look behind them and they see us coming and they pull their kids like to the side.
Yeah, and the kids are like,
No, because they don't want kids to stare, or people are like, move, 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 and then they just like clear a path. Like it's kind of funny to me just because
if you wanted them, I understand, but I love kids. If they want to look, go ahead.
it's kids who stare that I don't think I mind kids staring. It's when adults stare. Because when adults stare, they know that it's wrong.
Especially if you could.
When adults stare, they know what's wrong. When a kid stares, it's because they're genuinely curious.
And it's cute.
It's cute, yeah. Like, but like when a kid stares, usually I think it's just because kids don't really get a whole lot of experience with people who are disabled.
The hardest thing, I don't think that is hard in our relationship. She proved to me that no matter what we do, it's not a challenge. Even going up to your room at your house, they're like a couple good amount of stairs.
There's two sets of stairs. There's the one going up straight, and then you have to turn, and then it's up to the landing.
Like, modify the way to get up there. We did it, but yeah,
It's the little things that people take for granted in your relationship.
if anyone considered it hard, then you shouldn't be without someone.
Yeah. I wouldn't really use the word hard then. I would use the word challenging.
But challenges are made to get over.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
So I guess my final answer to that would be maybe just things that any, other able-bodied two people that are in a relationship that they take for granted. Like you can go up to a restaurant and just walk in, or you can go up the stairs. If there are things that we have to sort of go around in order to do that, we can do that, but it's not as easy. But it doesn't mean that it can't be done. It's just things that might appear small to the average person aren't really that small to us.
I had problems with that in my past relationships. So I know she's different. So What's the next one?
What's the best thing about our relationship?
I have an answer, but I can't say. So I'll let you say.
Because this is a family. This is a family-oriented channel. You're sick. You sicken me.
Um, on my part, in my mind, it's the best thing that you don't let anything get in the way of us doing anything.
It's just not in my nature to give. All right, well, you know what? Fuck this. Let's go home.
Yeah.
I can't really be that person just because. And I'm not saying that this is the exact reason why, but I work a job that requires me to have to think outside the box and work around things to make it work.
So, what would you say the best thing?
I think that it's just how easily we just flow, like right from the get-go. Like, it was just so smooth and it felt so natural. Like, there was never any, there was never a doubt in my mind that, like, this is a genuinely good person. Like, I want to get to know this person. Like, when we first met, I was
So it was easy to.
like, you were so easy to talk to and you were so easy to get along with, and you still are. And I think that even now, a little over a year later, we still have this, like, never-ending list of things that we want to do and things that we plan on doing. Like we're going to get married and buy a house and have kids, and there's so many things that we can still do, and I feel like we keep adding to that list. Like I think if you keep adding to your list of goals and list of things that you want to see, places that you want to go and things that you want to see.
I gotta go for you.
A goal? What?
Should have gone.
I've shot a gun.
I haven't seen it, so.
There's a video somewhere. My dad has one.
The last one, and we kind of gotta wrap it up. What do you want everyone to know about interable relationship? Or if you, what do you want? Maybe the the person is disabled or vice versa going into a relationship.
Well, for people in general, like outsiders looking in, what I would, it's my hair. I can't help it. It's fall. It's the change of the season. My hair falls out when it gets colder. I don't know why. I lost my train of thought. Fuck you.
Or I answer it. I want people to know that it's a normal relationship. There might be challenges, there might be obstacles, but there's something called love. And love is something that you do, not what you say. Got that from a wise man,
Who's a wise man?
you know.
Do I?
Um,
I think it shouldn't matter if, it doesn't matter what comes your way, if you love the person and if you truly want to be with the person, then everything else is just, that's secondary. It doesn't matter.
and if you are going into a relationship, disabled or being with someone with a disabled,
Just have an open mind.
have an open mind, and go in there with being able to ask questions or tell the other person A, B, C. You gotta be open to it.
You have to communicate.
If there's no communication,
Then you don't have a relationship. And that's for any relationship. If you don't communicate, then what are you doing?
and I think that's why we got this far, because I can talk to her without her blowing up on me. And
Well, we're
I
not
try
afraid to tell each other
fuck off or something.
like it is. You know, we're not afraid to kind of put each other in our places if something goes too far. Or
And if she wasn't like that, I don't like that. I want a woman to, hey asshole, stop doing it. And vice versa. I'm not gonna call you an asshole. I will never do that. But yeah, just talk and be open and be as cute as this one. So I guess that's about it.
I think so. Well, there's definitely more questions that could be asked.
Definitely. If you have any questions,
Yeah, these were very general.
please put them in the comments. If you have any other comments, put it down. We love comments, and we just want to change the world for disabled people and
I think the smallest
able
little,
people.
yeah, I think the smallest little speck on the radar, I think that it can make a big difference.
Yeah, no matter what. You can change the world. You can change the world. Anyone can. So,
What, are you gonna cry?
I'm in the fucking onesie. Jesus Christ. I love you.
I love you.
If anyone talk shit about my onesie,
I'll make a deal. If we get enough comments to do another video, then I'll put my onesie on.
yeah.
I'll put mine on.
And in all seriousness, everything will be okay.
If you never give up. See, I started it.
And I gotta finish it.
Yeah.
And never surrender.
And give loyalty
Every respect,
to everyone.
especially
You were supposed to finish that one. To yourself.
yourself. And
Everybody.
do you understand?
Oh, stay sexy. Stay cute.
Stay cute.
Stay cute. He told me I needed a catchphrase.
So, thank you for watching. And yeah,
Stay cute.
stay cute.